It was nice. Yeah. And then there's some drum and bass DJs and bands, and it's just quite like a
Bud Rock Cafe.
Bud Rock.
That's cool. Yeah.
Weed Cafe. Do you know how hard that was?
I can imagine.
Yeah, but you did well.
I did well.
Yeah, you kind of semi-behaved yourself.
Semi.
Yeah, no, I've been like also taking like, just breathe.
I was just walking past everyone.
Yeah.
Breathe deeply. Right? So Russell, you don't want to put that thing somewhere.
It's dead right now. So as we go,
okay,
as we
that's
go,
fine.
I'll capture some extra
Okay,
stuff.
so Cheryl, we're going to, of course, it's quite a quick, it won't be too long, the med, but because we did a bit of med, but we'll just do it anyway, and it's still nice, and then we'll just hit it.
I'll chat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Deep dive.
Deep dive. In.
In.
3, 2, 1. Action.
Welcome back to Innate State. Russell, good to see you.
Thank you.
Tonight we have Cheryl, who's joining us,
Thank you.
and we're going to be chatting a bit about hula hooping, amongst other things. But first we're going to have a little meditation, Cheryl.
Lovely.
Okay. I'm just going to take us into it, but it's just a silent meditation. Okay. All right. Let's take a couple of deep breaths. And just on every out breath, allow yourself to relax a bit further. And go deeper. When you're ready, you can slowly bring yourself out of the meditation. Cheryl, welcome to the Innate State. Cheers, Russell.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Thank you. Thank you for the invitation to be here.
I must say, I can feel it. We just had a hoop session, and I can feel the energy in the body, Russ.
Absolutely.
There's a level of activation that happened out there.
So my question, if I may, because you've done lots of meditations, what was the feeling now when we went into that meditation
Now,
now?
compared to previously.
Just having had that experience, now meditating,
Yeah.
how was the settling?
I found meditating now, there was a bit of a heightened sense of kind of energy
Definitely.
within the meditation.
Yeah.
It's still deep, but it's like I could have sat there for longer.
Your settling was
Yeah,
deeper?
there was a kind of a level
I
of
didn't want to come out.
Correct.
yeah, like
I also
I could
didn't.
have sat there for longer. Let's be
Yes,
honest. Yeah,
that's exactly it.
and it's kind of it's so subtle, but it's there. That level of almost depth.
And as you went into it, did you feel how much your breathing was different? Because you had
Purer, is that the word?
you
Yeah,
let out all that carbon dioxide.
yeah. You've shifted a lot of it, a lot
And
of
so
energy.
when you go into that breathing now, you can actually feel how much, because when we've got so much going on and we meditate to bring ourselves back into the present, but having used our physicality first, intentionally,
Yes.
playfully, with so much laughter, laughing is the best way to get rid of carbon dioxide. It's the best way to get the diaphragm working. Correct.
It also lifts the energy of the body.
And the community aspect, that we were doing it together.
Yeah.
All right. So now that's why I said I wanted you to experience
Yeah.
the meditation
Afterwards.
after the hooping
Yeah.
to feel how much easier it is to go in.
Yeah, it was.
And you go
No, it
far,
was
you go
like you went
deeper.
straight in.
And you
Yeah.
go deeper, and
Yeah.
you could sit for longer. Like
Yeah,
there was
definitely.
no like, I was like, why are
Yeah.
you stopping now? We're just getting
No,
warmed
I
up.
could have as well, but then I was like,
People
you
are going
know.
to be bored.
Yeah, yeah. They start
Like, can we
yawning.
stop- Can we stop meditating now, guys?
Yeah.
Let's talk.
The people will start like hitting the fast forward button quickly.
But this meditation, that this is the power. It's so, as you say, it's subtle.
Yeah, it's subtle, but that's what it's about. That's where the magic is. So Cheryl, is this? Would you? I mean, you also meditate,
Yes.
but the looping's also hooping, should I say? Is also a version of meditation, I'd
Correct,
say.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just more of an active version.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much.
So do you meditate every day? Is that something you do regularly? Do you?
Yeah, the hooping is like it's interesting because with everything, like you go through phases.
Yeah.
Okay. But meditating for me is my go-to. Like that has been consistent for very
Yeah.
long. So it just doesn't. You can literally tell if I haven't meditated.
When did you start? A long time ago.
Meditating, I
Yeah.
started. Yeah, it's 25 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
And what got you there?
being unwell.
Just being unwell.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I had really bad eczema,
Okay.
and I was pretty much a pharmaceutical drug
Just
addict.
trying a lot of pills.
Well, I was going to doctors and they were prescribing stuff, which
Yeah.
and I was born with eczema, so it wasn't something that
Kind of dietary or something that happened.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like it was my life. That
Yeah.
was my life. And
Yeah.
and I heard a talk on the radio one day, and it was a doctor, a Ayurvedic doctor, and he was saying that he can help with eczema. And I'm like, took his number, made the phone call,
Straight away. Yeah.
made the appointment, and the one thing he said is like, you know, firstly he said food is medicine, so we're going to start with dealing with your eating to get rid of the toxicity. Okay.
Okay, so starting in the gut, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he explained that eczema, because I had food sensitivities, I was allergic to everything. I was allergic to animals, I was allergic to absolutely everything. It was horrible.
Sure, that is terrible.
And emotionally, what I learned subsequently is that it's also linked to not wanting to be in your own skin.
Like you're just uncomfortable. Like a sense of self-love as well, which is
Just
lacking.
absent.
It's not there.
That is
Correct.
subconscious.
It's a and then, and I've subsequently, I mean, Gabor Mate, I don't know if you've ever...
Yes, he's
heard his
interesting, that
stuff.
guy. He's very good, yeah.
So he talks a lot about what happens to you as a fetus.
Oh, from there. The trauma already from...
Yeah,
Being
and
a
then
fetus.
understanding what my mom had gone through when she was pregnant and the fear, because she'd lost 2 kids as stillborns before me. So when she was pregnant with me, she was petrified that she's going to have
And
another.
that's going into the baby, of course.
Yes. And so
You don't even consider that, eh?
I was born with eczema. I literally came out scratching because I had ingested that.
So did that fear from your mom, I mean, you can't blame her, I mean, that's just part
it
of
was
life,
what it was, yeah.
is kind of
It-
manifested physically as eczema in your body or on your body.
Yeah.
That's,
And then
that's
also
insane.
the
Yeah.
eating, what you're eating. Okay, so what
Yeah.
she was eating, and then what I was eating, and then obviously as a baby, like you've got a baby that's not well, you take it to the doctor, and then you're getting chemicals to suppress this,
Yeah.
which is going in and staying
And also
in.
it's absorbing into your skin.
That's the most absorbent
And that's
part of your body.
toxifying you.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that was I was, distressed because I was always...
So did you do a bit of, like you said, the stuff from your mom, so you must have gone into some of that trauma, etc., to work through that stuff. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't have been aware of it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it took long.
No, it takes
wasn't
time.
a
Nick.
straight
No,
line.
it doesn't. It's not like one appointment with
Big circle.
with a psychologist or whatever the case may be.
But
yeah.
the eating was an interesting thing, or the learning to meditate.
Yeah.
And that was the kind of opening for me, because I felt this, I'd never felt so good.
But now, who taught you? Who showed you this Ayurvedic guy?
Yeah, so I went and learned transcendental meditation.
Okay.
And I practiced
Yeah.
diligently,
Yeah.
and I've kept that up. It's been my tool.
Yeah.
I've used it as a tool. I definitely have a very calm energy, but I have the depth of the calm is also the peak of the not so calm. Yeah. So.
But through the meditation and through working through traumas, etc., you manage. Well, I found through meditation is that you go deeper and deeper, and you
Let go.
and you start having more of a general sense of peace. Is that those extremes don't really happen so much anymore, because once you've worked through the baggage, which there's a lot of it.
You put it down.
Yeah.
And weight is baggage.
Yeah.
For me, that was what I also learned. So part of my challenge was that I was really, really very heavy, and it was affecting me as well, because your body is not designed to carry that much weight. And that was what he taught me about eating, is that if you are eating things that your body can't process, it's going to store it. And then you're not getting the nutrition from the food, because you have too much toxicity. It's the same as.
And it also breaks down the biome, the lining in your
Gut, yeah,
stomach,
completely.
etc. Yeah.
I mean, leaky gut is
Yeah.
a thing, hey? And that's part of one of the things that you don't know. And you're treating everything individually.
Yeah.
And so you're going to this doctor to treat that part of the body, and then this doctor to treat, and they're giving you stuff that's relevant, but it's all a circle. All our organs are connected. We're a cylinder. It's not separate,
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's all
Yeah.
in there together.
Yeah.
And so as you're treating one thing, the side effect is going to impact one of the other organs somewhere along the line, which is then going to give you another.
Not getting to the root.
Yeah,
Correct.
and now that you got to get more moody for the next step.
And so
Yeah.
he actually said to me, like, you're going to go through a detox. It's going to, the eczema that you've had, because I was on cortisone from baby.
But that also makes you
your body-
leans to putting on weight and
Yes.
and then blowing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you don't know that. And then you become, the thoughts that you have. So you have stinking thinking. When you don't, like your gut is actually communicating
with the brain.
with the brain twice
Yeah.
as much as the brain is communicating with the gut. So you've got all this yuck and stuff going on in here, and then it's bringing up all toxic thoughts.
And that's
It's a cycle.
So it's actually a vicious cycle of kind of negativity, of toxic.
More connections from your gut
Toxic,
to your brain than from your brain to your gut.
Yeah, it's a whole toxic cycle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't know that, because there's, that time there wasn't the internet. You couldn't go and do research. I mean, now I love finding out about
Yeah.
how this whole cylinder thing works, and how one thing fixing there is going to fix that over there. And you're like, how did that happen? But I don't even have to know it's going to happen. I just, have it happen. And then I go back and find it. I'm like, okay, that happened. How did that happen? And I go do the research.
Yeah.
And there are people that have now studied it, and it's all neuro stuff. It's all it's all connected. Your neurons aren't in your gut. I mean, aren't just in your brain.
Yeah.
It's the gut, heart, brain.
It's the connection.
Three.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah.
3 places that they have a neural network. And if you learn about the fascia, which is absolutely the most amazing thing ever, then it shows you there's neurons in all your cells. Everything communicates.
Everything's
So that's why
All-
they like
all
even
thinking, you
all
are
the
conscious,
the
yes.
negativity.
Is living inside your
Yeah.
body. You can identify, like where you have a stiff body somewhere, you can be like, okay, what's going on in my head?
Yeah.
What am I thinking about? Why is this coming up in my elbow, or in my knee, or in my neck, or my shoulder? Yeah.
And too much thinking is a form of suffering anyway.
Don't believe anything you think.
You can't
You saw
believe the
that when
thoughts. You can't believe the thoughts.
When you're playing with
Yeah.
the hoop. I mean, that's what I was saying to us now, that you can't think your way out of thinking.
No.
But we all want to
you
change
can
our
become
thinking.
but you can become aware of the thinking.
Correct.
But it takes practice. Because people believe they are their thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
No, it is tough. No, it's tough.
Yeah.
That's why doing stuff like that, meditating, all those kind of things, when you suddenly still the mind, you like realize you don't need it to be
on.
spinning thoughts and stories all day long. Because 99% of those things, it's a story. Even if it's positive, it's still a story. It's just like, it's just as, it's like, what do you prefer? You want negative, you want positive? It's better to have none.
Just be.
To be. And to be is you can live your life in that space, you can. And that's the right, that's the, where you can live a life of peace, really, because you're not spinning stories all day. And it doesn't mean you're going to go live in a cave somewhere. You can still live and do everyday stuff, But what I did find quite fascinating with the hoop was the way you had to kind of keep your focus, to be honest. I enjoyed what you did with the entire kind of warm-up, etc. It was very mindful. Because, when you think about hooping, when I think about hooping, it's going back to flipping, they're doing it on the beach or whatever, messing around. But you've taken it to kind of a more spiritual level and more of a level of kind of awareness of what's going on with the body. When did you get into it, Cheryl, this hooping thing?
The hoop was introduced to me 12 years ago. And it was my daughter, who was 12 at the time, went with her dad and his girlfriend to a festival. And she came back with this giant hula hoop thing and this teeny tiny hula hoop coach who was just, when I grow up, I want to do tricks like that. Like really, I'm still...
She was skilled.
Dude, on another level.
Yeah.
I just wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow on steroids. And my daughter's the same. She was at 12, after a month of hooping, the coach came to me and said, I've got a show that we're going to do. Can your daughter come and be on stage?
Perform.
And I'm like, why are you asking me? She says, well, she's 12, I have to get the mother's permission. And I'm like, well, she's the one that's got to be there on stage. Ask her. And my daughter was like, yeah. And it was an amazing thing to witness because this woman, this coach, had been in a car accident and broken her back and spent 3 years in one of those plastic corsets.
That's serious, yeah. Sure.
And she had to stop taking pain meds because it literally, the pain meds were killing her. Yeah. Okay, but she was in agony. And so she rehabilitated herself with the hoop, right?
So was that recommended by a doctor,
No.
perhaps, or did she just
She came
start
across
doing
it. She came across it, and she was at that point of desperation. And that's that's where I was in my body at that stage. So I'd lost the use of my right-hand side. I had nerve pain, and I couldn't even brush my teeth. And you go to the physio, and the physio said to me, if you don't strengthen your core, you're just going to get worse.
Yeah.
Right? And when you are very overweight and you're in pain, where do you go? How do you start? What sit-up can you do?
Yeah.
What core
and you're also just not motivated
Not
at the
at
end
all.
of the day. Yeah.
And you really are, I literally, my favorite party was a pity party.
That pity party.
And the thing about a pity
Shame,
party,
man.
nobody
That's not fun.
comes. Nobody comes. You invite everyone. Nobody comes to a pity party. Nobody wants to hear because you're saying the same thing over and over. And that's the other thing that's interesting. You speak about your words, okay, create certain release. And those release, that negativity is addictive.
I think it becomes, people get hooked on it. They
It's
get
addictive.
hooked on it.
It's actually a hormonal release
Yeah.
that becomes addictive. So
Neural pathway.
correct.
Yeah.
So
You got to restructure
That.
the brain at the end of the
Yes.
day. Yeah.
And everything that she said to me about hooping, my answer to her at the time, it was really funny because I think about it now, and she'd say, you've got to do this, and I'd say, I can't because, when I was this age, I broke this, and now that doesn't work.
Yeah, and I'm not happy, and I'm this.
No. I had
not even that.
reasons why I couldn't. I'm not able to. Was, I can't. Okay. And then she said to me the one day, she said, do you know how many times you say I can't? And I was like, no. And then I started catching myself. And I was literally the queen of I can't. And then
It's okay.
that's the thing. Whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you're quite correct. It's actually not true, as you said. It's a thought you have.
Yeah, it's a thought.
So I had to catch myself just with that to stop saying I can't.
Yeah.
And then you say, I'll try. So now trying is what? Grab a rugby ball, run across the field and dive. That's a try. But otherwise, what's trying?
Yeah, because that also doesn't
It doesn't go
always,
anywhere.
yeah, I'll try.
I'll try means I'm
It doesn't
not.
mean shit.
It means I won't,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
If somebody says, I say,
Yeah.
you
In
get,
disguise.
Yeah.
it isn't even in
Yeah.
disguise.
It's
Yeah.
pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
It's exactly that. If somebody
Yeah.
says to you, I'll try, you'll be like, no, you won't. You won't be there. Like, are you coming? I'll try. No, you won't. You won't
More
be
like,
there.
I'll do it.
I'm there. So
Yeah.
what's the thing is we don't want to say, I'm doing it badly. You're doing it. It's just bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's not where you want it to be.
But you're at least starting.
But you're doing it.
Yeah, that's a difference.
You're doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the shift I had to first make. Was I had to do it badly.
And it's okay to do it badly.
How does an
Does it matter?
How
Does
do you
it
become
matter?
an expert?
Yeah.
You start as a beginner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An expert, are you willing to be an expert and a beginner in the same body?
Well, if you're not a beginner, you're never going to become
You'll
an
never
expert.
become an expert.
That's the bottom line.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so for me, that was the shift where I was like, okay, I have to first stop saying I can't. So then that was the journey. And it's actually an editing in your mind. It's the editing of your words. It's how you speak it is what you will create.
So you'd already been meditating up to that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, okay, that was the next step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of actually physically embodying.
Yeah.
And this is where the body, we're so in our head, like the body is a really important part of the journey.
It's massive.
Correct.
People like to escape the body.
Yes.
And it's bullshit. Without the body, there's no shifting to higher levels of spiritual awareness, etc. It's through the body.
It's the key.
It's part of it. It's like what did Myron call it? The chariot.
Yes.
The chariot, you're right.
The chariot, because it moves.
So I don't know
Yeah.
if you've come across Mickey Singer, Michael Singer.
What
He wrote
another name?
He wrote The Untethered Soul.
No, I haven't watched.
Living
I haven't
Untethered.
read it. Yeah.
Mind bending. Like that guy is like, sure, I love his stuff. So he speaks about it. He says, imagine it's your pet. Like, how do you treat your pet?
Your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You
your
look
pet.
after your
You
pet.
look after your pet.
Yeah.
Like, why are you
And
not
you
looking
treat your
after
body like shit.
Look at
Yeah.
the way my parents look after their pets. Just spoil that thing rotten.
Oh,
Well,
like
that's
that.
part of
I'm
it.
not chaining to a pole and beat him with a stick. Not like that.
Okay.
Not like that.
Yeah.
But even the spoiling, like if you
Yeah.
think about it,
Yeah.
like you're not like so.
Are you doing yourself a favor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By spoiling it all day long? Not
Correct.
really.
No, because
Gotta
you
be
want
aware.
you
Yeah,
want your body,
yeah.
you want to use your body till you die. Yeah,
For sure.
but if you don't use it now,
And you want it to be healthy. You want it to be strong.
When are you going to use
when
it?
you're going to use it? If
Yeah.
you're not using it now,
Yeah.
like happily ever after means starting happily now. Like
Yeah.
you can't be happily ever after if you're not happily now.
No.
There's
Yeah.
no connect
Yeah.
to that. And that was
There's no then.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's happily now. I'm using it now.
Because maybe if you'd waited another 12 years.
I couldn't brush my teeth. I couldn't lift my right arm. And that was the interesting thing that was where I learnt about dominance because I nearly killed myself using my left, stuck my toothbrush up my nose. Have you ever brushed your teeth with the other hand?
I've never stuck a toothbrush up my nose.
That was by
I
mistake.
practice that. I do practice that. I practice.
You know what? I used to always use my right hand. Now I use
Use
my
your
left
left.
hand.
Yeah.
So
Just to
that's
balance it out.
so it also
Yeah.
it changes how you brush your teeth. Like you
That's
get a
also true.
better
Different
you get a
angle.
better
Yeah.
like if you-
Interesting. Yeah.
if you swap hands.
Yeah.
But we don't think about it.
But it's also good for the brain.
Very. Yeah.
It's a simple thing.
It's very
But
simple.
it's a big thing.
So the thing is
Yeah.
to even remember to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first part
it
because
a
you're like, I'm going to remember to change hands, and then you get to bed and you're like, oh, I just brushed my teeth with the same hand again, and then, okay, when I wake up, I'm going to use the other hand, and you're already in your conversation of
Yeah,
the
because
day.
people are so stuck in certain habits.
So is it routine or is it rigidity?
I don't know. What do you say?
Rigidity. Like I've learned that about myself now recently because I've changed stuff. Like I've done stuff that I've been doing like consistently, and I've been like, I realized if somebody interrupts my walking time, I get fuss. And then I'm like, hello?
Like
why
you're
are
being rigid now.
Yeah.
Because
Why are
you're
you
not
so
you're not
grumpy?
being flexible.
you grumpy about this?
Yeah,
Like, hello,
yeah.
excuse
Why?
me, no.
Why? Yeah.
Change it. Because you grumpy. It's not other person that's interfering. It's you that have,
Rigidity.
Yeah, you
Channel.
want it a certain way.
I want it a certain way. It's my
Yeah.
preference. And that's
Yeah.
what Michael Singer talks
Yeah.
about. He says, the moment in front of you is not bothering you. It's what you're thinking
Yeah.
about the moment in front of you. So you come out of your driveway and this guy comes flying past and nearly takes the nose of your calf. You cross with him. It's happened already.
And he didn't do it on purpose.
So now you get to your place. You're on the... Dude, you don't even know what just happened to me. Like I nearly just got taken out.
Yeah.
And then the whole day
You suffer. No, you're suffering over it.
over that guy,
Yeah.
that moment.
And not even the whole day. Some folks will suffer over that
For
for the
months.
next week or further.
And then they see a car the same as, is that oak?
Yeah. I'm going to beat him
Chase
up.
him.
And every time you think of it, your heart races.
Now
Yeah.
that's what's happening in the body, okay? And that's the tool to release that. Because when you can play and laugh, you're letting go of stuff.
You see, that is. I love the way that idea of doing that. But do you think sometimes, and I've experienced it for myself, sometimes things happen in your life that just bring up a lot of shit, and that bringing up a lot of that shit assists you in shifting because some of the stuff is deep. You know, so maybe that cutting you off brings out a fucking rage in you that you don't know. Now, if you're not aware of that rage, maybe you're going to chase him and beat him and shoot him or something. But if you become aware and you work through that rage and process it and cry about it, or whatever the case may be, you're healing from it. So that's another place. Whereas this is more fun. But would you want to go and hoop when you're fucking angry?
Your hoop will blitzen you. It will smack.
You're probably not going to get it right.
Dude,
if
will
you're angry, you're not
smack
going to get it right. That thing's going to be hurting you.
It will
Am I right?
smack you. It will hurt
So
you.
in that space, you can't do it.
Well,
But in post, you should do it.
So
or what?
Well,
Yeah.
I've learned more from other people. Like my whole thing is I don't know what I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
No.
Right? I also don't know what I do know. Because what's normal for me
It's not the same for everyone.
is not the same.
No.
So I think it's you know that, but you don't know that. Okay, so I don't, and that's for all of us. We suppose that because, and there's a beautiful word that's so cute. It's so cute. It's obvious.
Obvious. But what is obvious?
Precisely.
Yeah.
And yet, you know, it starts like, you would think, no, he would say that because obviously.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Because I think that way.
But it's also such bullshit, and it also boils down to our habit of just the way we talk.
Yes.
It's obvious. Bullshit, it's fucking obvious.
Yeah.
It might be
don't
obvious
know.
to you, it's not obvious to someone else.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so what I've done is I've maintained curiosity.
Yeah.
Okay, to say, so for me, it's not like prescriptive. Okay, we're going to hoop, and then this is how you're going to feel, and that's how you're going to feel, and you're going to have this. And it's like, okay, so we've done this now. How are you feeling?
Yeah.
What did that do for you? Because I don't know.
Yeah. Or do you feel this perhaps?
No.
Not even that.
'Cause
Rather
you're
just.
leading. You're
Yeah, you're
leading.
leading it. Yeah.
Don't say anything.
You're
I want
right.
to know. And somebody came back to me and she said to me, when I'm angry and I go hoop, the hoop falls down.
Yeah.
She said, until I get over myself, the hoop keeps falling down.
That's maybe it's a bit of a tool to tell you whether you've
Where you at.
worked through your bit of shit and you're centered now or you're not.
Correct.
Because you won't get it right if you're angry.
And it'll smack
Yeah.
you. You'll come out with, like, it'll be ouchy. And the next day you'll feel pain, like physical pain, because you're doing something very physical. And if your body is rigid, it's smacking you.
Yeah.
So in what kind of space or like when would you recommend I mean, you took us through and actually we did film it, so we had some insights into it. But when would you suggest someone did it? Like, I mean, obviously practicing, etc., is another story. But like, you do it as kind of a meditative practice.
So, like
Do it in the garden. I mean, I
Yeah.
must say, I enjoy doing it in the garden. That really felt good. Yeah.
without our shoes on, grounded.
Yeah, grounded, feet on the grass.
Expelling all that air.
And the breathing.
The yuck, cuck, and what the
stale air.
fuck.
Yeah.
That's what comes out.
The yuck, cuck, and what the fuck.
It all comes out.
And also, you know what? Like, I think part of the problem people have with it is that they're scared they're going to look like idiots. And when you start, you're starting it and you're learning. It's like when you started walking, you're falling on your face all day long. It doesn't always look the prettiest when you start.
And I was really bad. Like I've only got one person, and she's still going. I must say, kudos to her. But there's only been one person that was as bad as what I was, right? And it took me 16 weeks of dropping the hoop pretty consistently to actually get it to stay up for 1 minute. Like you got it right for minutes already. Like you did it both.
Yeah.
Like, today. Okay.
It wasn't easy. There was a core factor that I didn't know existed. And it does within
There's a lot of thinking to get
the hula hoop.
You have to get over your thinking. Yeah. And for me, what was fascinating is in the time of dropping the hoop, I didn't have any other choice. I knew that if I didn't fix my core, I was going to not have happily ever after.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was in agony, and that was not going away. And there was no medication I could take to make it better. So I had to do something, right?
Yeah.
So now I was like, okay, this is going to work eventually. Doesn't matter. I looked at it and I was like, so I started now. I have never hooped. I'm going to have my hoopy childhood from today. So I'm going to give myself 40 years. If in 40 years' time I can't do it, I'll give up.
40 years.
And that'll be my journey. So I've got no rush. So I took off all the pressure. I also gave myself permission to quit. Like I said, if I drop it 100 times, I can stop, because it was insane.
It was hard work.
It was really hard work.
Yeah.
Now you thought like you didn't drop it 100 times. Like you drop it a few times.
Yeah, no, for sure. You're just getting the hang of it. You know?
But I gave myself an out, which meant that I was like, okay, I don't have to keep going. If I drop this 100 times, that's it. Then I can say I've given it a fair shot. Okay? But I got it right before then. So that was fine. And the thing that was interesting for me is that in the dropping it, you picking it up, that's exercise.
Yeah.
I was like shaping. And everybody's going, how much weight you lost? And I'm like, nothing. The scale stayed the same, but my body shape changed because I was doing stuff I wasn't actually normally doing before.
Yeah.
So my mobility was already improving, okay? Then I got really good at catching it, because if it hits your feet,
Also not fun.
very sore. And your shins. I looked like I'd been had serious issues in walking into things. But it was just it banged into my shins because I was clumsy. My proprioception, my body's ability to recognize where it is in space, I would bump into things. I would have considered myself in the past as clumsy. You know, I would tell you I can't balance, I can't do this, because I couldn't. My body didn't have that relationship with itself.
So how long did it take before you started seeing results from that, Cheryl?
16 weeks.
16 weeks, and then you started feeling like I'm getting somewhere.
No,
Something's
then
starting to
up.
happen. It just stayed up.
It just stayed up.
Yeah.
Like I was a closet hooper, okay? Because my daughter, like everyone laughed at me hard, eh? And eventually I was like, well, and everyone around me got it right. Everyone was hooping. It was just like that was what happened.
Yeah.
And everybody got this thing and they're all hooping. And I was like, okay. You know, I'd smile and I'd walk around, but I'd never put it on in front of other people because they laughed. And my daughter even said to me, Mom, you're
people
embarrassing.
do laugh at it. It's kind of a bit stupid, eh?
But you know, when you've got a 12-year-old and then everything's embarrassing, like you cringe. And so she was like, Mom, please.
Oh,
like,
please don't do that.
Please don't do that,
Mom, please.
Like, Mom, please. And even my son as well, they were like, and they could all do it. Like, they all got it, okay? And then I was like a closet. I only hooped privately, quietly. When anybody came, I would never put a hoop on. The day I got it right, I came out of the closet. I went and I hooped on the traffic circle, okay? I was like, everyone can see. And I was rocking. I mean, I wasn't smooth. Like, I wasn't. And you guys were slick today, comparatively. Like, I was still not that slick. It took me a while to get, like, it took me about 5 years to actually get over myself enough to go to a smaller, lighter hoop. Like, I only used a big, heavy hoop for 5 years. Okay, so you did the progress already today into a lighter, smaller hoop. It took 5 years of working with a big hoop.
Yeah.
Right? But then once I did it, I was out there. And then I hooped everywhere. I would take the hoop to the shops with me. I'd go to the deli. I'd go do the Happy Friday. And I'd hoop in front of the staff and wave at them and then go to the butchery and do the thing there.
People must have thought you were nuts.
They did. Absolutely. And
There's
it was
the
so much
hoop
fun.
lady.
Yeah. And that was it. I was identical.
But you didn't care.
I didn't care.
Yeah.
I'd go put in petrol. If somebody had nice music in, I'd jump out, grab my hoop, whoop, 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 and when the car drive off, I'd be like, thanks, get back in. Yeah. Oh no, traffic. I'd pull over. Like, why do you wait? Why do you want to sit and be stressed?
Yeah.
And I'd get out, park on the side of the road, stand there doing my hooping, watch all the traffic sitting there, and check what's going on there. And then the traffic would start to move. I'd be like, okay, sweet, I'm done. I'd have my exercise for the day. So you ask the question, when do you recommend it?
Well, whenever
when
you feel like it.
Doing it instead of waiting.
Whenever you feel like it.
Like when it feels like you need to do something. Like we sit so much, you know.
They should be introducing it into flippin' corporate offices. Go have your little hooping fucking corner there.
Instead of
No,
the smoking
seriously.
corner.
Instead of the smoking corner. And
Dude.
then they do a bit of hooping and then go back to their desks. They'll actually be more productive.
So my
5 minutes a day.
You just have
Would be
a snack.
enough.
You have a hoop snack.
Oh, yes.
Oh, what?
A hoop snack, a movement snack. Instead of sitting, so my corporate job that I did, okay, is called change management. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
No.
Okay. So change managers are brought into companies where they are going to change stuff, and they need the people to get the memo that their things are going to change and get the buy-in, and to help the people move across from an old system to a new system. So it's usually in some kind of IT environment.
Yes.
If you've got two companies that are going to merge. So change management is quite a tough space because a lot of times people's jobs are going to be axed.
Yeah, because now it's becoming more efficient and
Correct. So
new systems.
the change manager's role is to bring everybody with on the journey of being open and receptive. Okay. It's not a warm fuzzy place. People are not liking on you.
Yeah, they're not loving you.
No. And when I found out there was actually a job, I got so excited. I thought that was the best thing ever. Like, how cool.
Yeah.
Like you get to help people change, right?
People don't like change.
People don't like change. I didn't
They'd
have
rather,
that
they'd rather
memo.
be stuck in their own misery.
And also, they're living in fear because if you leave your job, then what?
Yeah.
Okay?
Survival
Like there's
issues.
a whole lot of
yeah.
stuff. And I was a little bit not aware of that. I thought this was like going to be the coolest job ever.
Everyone's
All right.
going to love it.
Everybody's going to love having me around. Okay, that wasn't the case. And so I have taken it into corporates. Okay,
And how did it go?
not really very well. Because there's a thing called the comfort zone. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Comfort zone?
I've heard of a comfort zone, but I don't know what.
Comfort zone is the comfort zone.
What,
There's
just
a
in
comfort
general,
zone,
the general comfort
the
zone.
general comfort zone. Like
Yeah.
a hula hoop.
People
doesn't-
love a comfort zone,
They
even
love-
though it's maybe uncomfortable.
Well, it's the place where nothing grows.
It's known.
Yeah.
It's the place-
It's not good for you. The comfort zone doesn't
The
help
place
you.
where nothing
Yeah.
grows is the comfort zone.
Yeah.
Okay? So when we start with the hoop, one of the things we're doing is we're stretching and moving our body to create space. Okay? And space is a little bit uncomfortable. You felt that when you had to stretch and the one side
No,
is
for
a little
sure. A
stiffer.
little bit awkward
Yeah,
kind of stretching
it's not,
feeling.
It's
yeah.
not. And so the same thing happens in our lives when we're moving, and I'm even going through it now. Like I still put myself through it. Believe me, my comfort zone is like, it's got padding and it's, it's like the place. But I know when I'm there, nothing else is going to happen. And in order for that to happen, you have to let go of something. You can't
Yeah.
receive if you're doing this. You have to make space for the receiving. Okay? And that's what this does.
In what way? In what way, Cheryl?
It's changing how you think about yourself. You've told yourself you can't, and you're right. Now you say, I can't hoop, and I show you you can,
Yeah.
if you're willing. I mean, if you don't want to do it,
And
step
you know,
aside.
the
That's
first time we
fine.
met you at the festival, I'll be honest, in that space, I wasn't keen to try.
And I felt that, and I didn't
Yeah.
ask you.
But I was happy to do it today,
Yes.
and I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did enjoy it.
So you stepped out of your comfort
Yeah.
zone. How do you feel?
No, I felt great.
Correct.
And I'm glad I did it.
And it had to.
Yeah.
You had to create the space
Yeah.
first. Okay. And that's been my learning because I'm that person that will hoop anywhere.
Yeah, because you just so it's you won with the hoop.
No, but even when I wasn't, I didn't care. Like, I really don't.
I'll hoop anyway. No?
Yeah, like
On
that.
the beach.
Anywhere. Like
Yeah.
for me, I'm that person. Like I don't care. Like you can look at me. I don't know what you're thinking. You see, I learned how not to think. So I don't think what you're thinking.
You're just doing it
I'm
because
just
you're
doing it
doing
because I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Like
And
I'm
that's
gonna
what
have
it's
fun.
that's what it's truly about, isn't
Yes.
it?
I'm going to have fun. So I
Yeah.
go to a party. I take a hoop.
Yeah.
Who's going to be there? I don't know. I can go to places I don't know anybody. I get invited to like weddings. I don't even know the
You take
the
the hoop
bride.
with.
I take the hoop with because at least I know I'm going to have
You
fun.
see, we're laughing about it, but it's actually why? Why the hell not?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Because I'm going to be comfortable,
Yeah.
regardless of where I am.
Yeah.
I might not be in a space I know. I might not be familiar, but I have my. It's like a blankie.
Yeah,
you know.
Maybe it's your,
Is that
your safety blanket.
It is. And I learned that. That's part of why I say I'm going through the change. I put it down. So from March this year, everybody knew that I met. I wasn't allowed to say the hoop word.
Oh,
I had to
okay.
talk about anything else. I was not allowed to mention.
Hold back.
That's uncomfortable.
It's very uncomfortable. I didn't know what to say. Like I literally was like,
Okay.
what do you do?
But now, why did you start that? Did you feel like you were too identified with it?
So what happened was I had the plastic made, right? I have the plastic specially made to make the hoops. And it's done through, it's the same process they make for irrigation pipe, right? Irrigation pipe gets water.
Yeah.
So for this to work, the one pipe has to fit into the other pipe in order for it to close
Yeah.
and what. It doesn't always work.
Not that simple.
No. And so I ordered pipe at the beginning of the year and I was ready to do my manufacturing and because it's colored pipe, it gets done at the end because it's a whole nother. I've actually sat and watched the hoop pipe being made. Like I was that bad. Okay. And then I couldn't get my pipe. And then I took it back and they got it wrong a second time. And I actually became a screaming banshee. Okay. And you know the awareness thing you mentioned? When I saw that, I'm like, this is not okay. Like, this is like a drug addict not getting their fix.
Yeah.
This is not okay.
And they're not getting my hoop right.
I'm not getting my pipe right and
Yeah.
I'm having a meltdown. Like, hello? This is not okay.
No, it's not
I
good.
have to stop this.
Yeah.
And everyone around me was like, we've been telling you this forever. You just weren't listening. I was like,
Yeah.
you know, when people would say, don't bring the hoop, I'm like, what do you mean, don't bring the hoop? How dare you?
I am the hoop.
I will bring the hoop. And people
Yeah.
were like, what else do you do? I'm like, a hoop, you know. And then the change manager, I was working in like the Fortune 100 companies, like proper corporate.
Yeah.
And I'm going to work with my hula hoop. And my program manager said to me, like, they don't want that on site. Like, you may not even in the parking
Please
lot.
don't bring that with you.
You are not allowed to bring that to work. Like, it may not come with you. And I was just like, huh? What do you mean?
Yeah. But why?
Why can't I have it here? And it's just because it is just that too different, you know? I didn't get that. So that's why for me, a change manager was like such a cool job.
Yeah.
You're the one that's different, you know?
So you should. So while I'm bringing change to the company, this is part of the change.
No.
Didn't work.
No. But it worked for me. It enabled me. I mean, it was a really tough job. Like the first, when you're going into an environment where people really don't want you there, okay, and you've got to go in and you've got to deal with hostility energetically being thrown at you all day, every day. Like I'd get home and hoop. You ask when I
Yeah.
did it. That would be to defuse.
Because they're busy sending you negative
They
flipping energy
really
all day.
not. They're not happy to have you there, and
Yeah.
also you there to speak to them about the fact that they might lose their jobs. Like you don't know who's going to get affected by the
No.
change, but you know people will be affected
Yeah.
because they're automating things, and when you automate things, you're automating them because you don't need the people, but you've got to prepare the people to implement the automation that's going to take away their job. Yeah.
What a position.
And they're not that keen on
they're
doing
not warm
that.
and fuzzy about
Yeah,
it at all.
yeah,
'Cause
they're not loving that idea.
They're not loving it because it's
Yeah.
their security. You
Yeah.
coming in threatening their security. They're not like feeling like they want to hug you. Okay. And so I'd come home and cry, literally like cry, because I was so.
So it wasn't an easy job.
No, it was, but it was a very rewarding job because there were certain people that got it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what if you can just help one person, then you've done your
And
job.
also, if you've brought them a certain level of a challenge for them to also turn inwards. Like, if you lose your job, is it the end of the world? You know, there's lessons in those kind of situations where life throws you a curveball and you think you're in the perfect job. And maybe
It's actually
that
not.
wasn't your perfect job. Maybe you were meant to shift into something else. And through this change thing happening, it gave you that opportunity. Instead of just
Made
hanging
space.
on to that fucking job for 30 years for your pension, did you live your life, or were you just living in fear and maybe hating your job? Who knows?
So it made space. So I used to start it and
Yeah.
say, guys, I'm here to deliver the memo. Did you get the memo? And everyone's like, huh? I'm like, okay, probably not. I'm going to tell you. Okay, are you listening? Right? Here's the memo. None of us are going to get out of this life alive. That is the memo. So now let's talk.
Yeah. That's the start.
That's the start.
Yeah.
You know, begin with the end in mind, right? This is temporary. This shall pass, as shall I. We shall all pass. So what is it actually?
Yeah.
that you're
What's it
scared
really
of?
about? What are you afraid of?
Correct.
Yeah.
And just talking to it from that perspective. But somebody needed to come in that was able to contain it. Okay. So I saw myself as a change container. Because you're going to go through the goo in order to arrive at the new. When the caterpillar is busy making that chrysalis, doesn't know it's going to dissolve itself. Okay?
No, for sure.
It's got to go into
Yeah.
complete goo before it can become a butterfly. And when it becomes a butterfly, it's got to fight its way out through so that it can release all of the goo that was the caterpillar on its way to fly. And then if it flies back to the other caterpillars and says like, hey guys, check what's going to happen. They're all like, ew, look at that. That's horrible. Don't come here. We
Yeah.
don't relate to you. But
No, for
that's
sure.
also you.
Yeah.
You know, we are all that.
But that's how
cycle.
we grow. That's how we evolve.
And that's what the change specialists, inverted commas,
Yeah.
are there. That's my interpretation of what it was that I was there to do.
But like you said, not everyone gets it. Some will leave there with anger,
Horribly. Yeah,
anger
it's-
beyond
it's
anger.
not-
Yeah.
And it's the blame game, you know. So for me, that was the space I was creating a container as my job, which was it's still. I mean, that's what corporates have. They have change specialists that come in and do that. It's a huge thing. It's a very specialized field.
And nowadays with AI coming in, etc., I mean, I think a lot of people are under threat, feeling threatened.
And
It's massive. People in those kind of positions, because a lot of it, it's for businesses to become more efficient, etc. Oh, we don't need, 20% of our staff, etc. That's a big deal for those people and for whoever's involved.
And that's also part of what I recognized is that you cannot plant seeds unless you've prepared the soil. So it doesn't matter until you've done the soil preparation. Like you have to make, again, we're going to speak about space. You need to make space. And
Oh,
one
you
of-
mean like within the corporation in that sense, or with
Yeah,
personal? It's
in
personal,
all
etc.
aspects, even if you're going to do it in the company, like you can go to a company and they want you to come to come and help them, but they're not open to receive.
Yeah, are they ready for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then it's not going to work. And as much as I could be a ninja, it doesn't matter. So you have to apply it in the correct environments.
Yeah.
Which is something that I had to learn, which is why I had to put the hoop down. Because I had to then zoom out and say, okay, what is it that I'm actually good at if I take away the hoop? Because I had become so identified with the hoop that I couldn't see past. I thought the hoop was the thing. But unless the hoop can be picked up and thrown, it's not helpful. And some people aren't ready and don't want to. So how else could I be of service? How else can I be that change container? And I had to really zoom out enough to ask the questions and to remain curious. Like, that's the work. And then to radically accept the answers. It's non-judgment. There's no judgment. There's no right or wrong. It's a perception. It's a preference, as you say.
So by pulling yourself back, and so you're identified with the hoop. I mean, that's just one example. People are identified with all sorts of stuff. It doesn't mean you don't do it anymore. It just means you're not identified with it. There's a difference there.
Yes.
It's like it's in like in life, or like people become even identified with being spiritual. I'm on my spiritual journey. I'm a spiritual person. I'm spiritual as fuck. I'm so fucking spiritual, bro.
Cheers.
That was our new thing. I'm
Yeah.
spiritual.
Cheers.
AF.
AF. Yeah.
AF.
Spiritual AF.
So what happens is, and I even remember for myself is, like I was seeking for so many years, you know. Like also I've been meditating for 25 years, and you kind of become identified with that person that's busy seeking all flipping day long. Oh, and I do this and I only do that and blah 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 blah. I've dropped all of that. I don't actually see myself as a spiritual person. I like to work with authenticity. Be authentic. Whether you can call it spiritual or non-spiritual is irrelevant. It's about being authentic. And once you drop all that flipping identification shit, then that's when your authenticity starts coming through. Because when you fully identified with this and that, or I'm so spiritual and I'm this and I'm that and whatever the fuck it is, you're not being authentic to your true nature at the end of the day. And that's a big thing.
So
but it takes so many years to get there, eh? It's not
like
we're talking about it, it doesn't work like that. It's a long journey and it takes time and a lot of introspection.
So in that introspection now, this has been this year, of identifying. So it's amazing when you have a certain amount of resistance and it's time to change and you're the change queen that doesn't change. So cute.
Yeah, I'm the change queen, but I don't change.
I'm not changing anything.
But I can help you change.
Let me tell you. Let me show you. But I'm not going to change anything.
Yeah, you see.
So then the rest of the world kind of conspires to help you grow faster.
Through certain avenues.
Through taking the ride and going, ready, steady, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, what just happened? And now you are in a position where you are actually having to change, right? So then the questions, it's about the questions. And that's the thing. Questions are the answers, right?
In what way? Tell me.
So when people start hooping, I'm going to go back to the hoop because it's something easy.
Example.
Yeah, it's easy. So they say, what are the benefits?
Yeah. What are the benefits?
What are the benefits?
Am I going to get a beautiful
What are the benefits?
waist?
Okay. So there actually aren't any benefits.
Okay.
The only benefits if you apply it.
Yeah.
So what are the benefits, right?
Yeah.
You need to get in the hoop and ask the question. And the asking of the question will bring out, like every time you had a different experience to what you had.
Yeah, because it's unique.
Correct.
Everyone has a unique experience of reality.
So if I come in and say the benefits are that you will be able to, I don't know, I can't even think now. What benefit could we have? You'll have abs.
I'm going to get a six-pack.
Yeah.
I'm getting a six-pack.
Yeah. You're getting a six-pack, right?
Yeah.
So now you have an expectation.
Yeah.
Right? And you've put it in a box. That when I hoop, I'm going to be working on my six-pack. So nothing else is available to you.
Yeah, because it's all about the six-pack right
Correct. Okay.
now. There's no meditative aspect or this and that. It's about my six-pack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've taken... So the question is the answer. Right? So it's in asking the question. It's like AI. If you ask it the wrong question, it's going to give you a bullshit answer. It's asking the question that will tell it to go to to go and get its resources and bring you up that answer.
Yeah.
But how you ask the question, okay? A lot of people say, why? Because
Yeah.
that's how it
Why
is.
do you hoop? Because, and if I think about it, like people asking, it's a whole limited thing.
Correct.
You need to experience for yourself, and then you'll know what it can do for you. So, for instance, let's give you an example from my
Yes.
personal experience today. And
Yes,
we
yes.
didn't do it for long. We were busy there for half an hour. Is I could feel, and we talking about six packs. I could feel the core working.
Yeah.
And that you had to keep the breath running and the core working and your focus. And when I closed my eyes, I dropped it.
Yeah.
But eventually, I'm sure I'd get that right.
Yes.
But I kept my focus on one point,
Okay.
my eyes.
Yes.
So it gave me a sense of like, in this moment, I'm moving my body in these small motions, but it's tiring me out. So this is, besides a good exercise, it's got me centered. It's got me focused in this moment. Because if I don't keep that focus, that flipping thing's dropping.
Yeah.
So there's
I
actually
have a completely
there's a lot of
different
yeah. So tell us, because
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of benefit. For me, I can say there's a lot of benefits there.
Yeah.
This is one benefit.
Yeah.
Tell us, Russ.
Mine was, I felt the opposite of focus. I felt like if I stopped thinking about trying to hula hoop this thing, I could just,
Stay.
and more aware of like the pressure it was having on my body.
You were feeling it more, the way it was
Feeling
moving
on-
around.
Like where it was pressing
Yeah.
me, yeah. If
Yeah.
I was more aware of that, then it would stay there. And the oxygen as well was just giving me energy. Then I was laughing, and then I was feeling happy, and then I wanted to do it more. It was uplifting.
Yeah, you see, so that's a different experience.
Yeah.
But I think if you did it, the more you do it, the more you will experience. Because I also had moments where I felt I could feel it, but then I felt like I got lost in feeling it, and then something would fall. So there's, I think you're learning all these different aspects of what it's doing for you.
Individual experience.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
individual. And so that's why you can't. So answers are actually the box that we put ourselves in.
The answer's not good, actually.
Because when you have
Yeah.
an answer, you stop seeking for another
Yeah.
opportunity
Yeah.
to look at it differently, because now I know.
You've stopped. Yeah.
That's where it is. I've got this from it. And that's what I did with it as well. I shared it because I was so fascinated about what other people got. And the one chick was like, really, she was adamant at using, so she did like, I made her special hoops. It was very early on. I made them like extra thick, extra heavy, okay? And she wanted 2 of them. And then she sent me a video of what she did. So hoops love skin. The more clothes you've got on, the more it'll fall off. It's very
So
good
it's a bit,
contact.
it sticks a bit better onto the
It sticks a
skin.
bit better on the skin. And
Yeah.
also, it's giving your fascia a different massage. She would wear a bikini, take these 2 hoops at the same time, and she would do it like she would stand in front of a mirror and she would target an area. So like spot training with these hoops.
Like she's gymming it,
like
really.
gymming it properly.
Sure.
I was petrified when I saw that. I'm like, that's the scariest thing I've ever
So
seen.
she'd do 2 at the same time.
Yeah. So that's another breathing thing that's going on. Okay. But it's also burning calories, and it's
There must be like non-stop calories, and it's a heavy flippin' hoop.
yeah. So I'd never thought of doing that. Like that had never occurred to me. But I was like horrified. I was like, oh my goodness, that looks so scary. I'd never want to show anybody that because they wouldn't want to hoop. Like if that's that like.
Was it a bit too intense?
Yeah, but somebody that's a fitness person,
They'd probably love that.
they'd love that.
Yeah,
But
it's
that
not just
wasn't-
like, haha, I'm having
like,
fun.
woohoo, this is
No, it's
fun.
not that. It's more like I'm
It's a
serious.
Fitness like
Yeah.
workout.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like when she came to me and she's like, okay, so what do you do? And I was like, my little woohoo, and then bring it up here and woohoo.
Yeah. Shh.
And then she looked at me, she says to me, you're not very serious about hooping. And I was like,
Who?
excuse me, we're talking to me here. What did you just say?
Hoop guru.
She said to me, no, but you just play with it. And that was the thing that was said that time ago that I didn't click, but it's why I kept doing it,
Yeah.
because I was just playing.
Because today you weren't just playing with it. Like,
No.
I mean, there
I've
was a
got
serious little
I've got a thing, but it arrived
program.
through
through this girl.
playing. No, just through playing.
Oh,
Through playing with it,
yeah.
I figured out all of these things.
But she thought you weren't serious.
She
But
thought
you were actually
I was
serious.
actually serious.
Yeah.
Playing is learning.
Play is our
Yeah.
best way of learning.
Yeah.
And now, with me having taken myself out of the identity of the hoop, I'm able to understand or understand what the hoop has given me. Because why do people enjoy it the way they enjoy it? Because it's about play and it's about learning new things about yourself. And when you learn, I mean, how do we learn the most effectively is when we play. And when we grow up, and we say we're going to have fun, there's usually some kind of substance going on, or it's not. It's about
It's not necessary.
playing. You
It's
can
about
play.
playing. Yeah. About having fun.
But I didn't get that because
Yeah.
I was too serious
Yeah.
about playing.
You were taking it too seriously. Yeah.
I was taking
Yeah.
it too seriously.
So,
yeah.
so we've got 3 hoops over here, but these are more or less the same size. Is
They're
that
big
right?
ones, yeah.
And why would you have bigger ones and not the smaller one?
So the bigger the hoop, the easier it is. Okay, the slower it goes,
Yeah.
and it's a teacher. So your body doesn't know what to do when you first put a hoop on it. Like it really has got no idea it's going to
Yeah.
get smacked by this plastic
Yeah.
flying thing. And so the bigger one gives your body time to learn how to engage.
So it's not too fast. You
As
don't
you
have to
get-
work too hard to keep it up.
As you get smaller in the hoop size, so this is the white belt, and it goes down in size, and your little teeny hoop
What,
is a
even
black
less
belt.
than those?
Oh yeah.
Jeepers.
No, dude, like what my daughter does is like I
Can
literally.
you imagine that? That would be hard work, eh?
But not
Hard
only
work.
that,
Yeah.
it's the way your brain has to operate. She does a multiple at the same time. Now she can put 3 on, have one going around her knee, one around her waist, one in her hand, and she's standing with her leg out on the side. I said to her, babe, have you got any idea that you've got like the brain of, like your brain can do this? It's like the dexterity
Yeah.
because of the physical nature of what this hoop or these hoops do. But the smaller they get, and then the lighter they get, it's like a Ferrari.
Yeah.
It's like a
High
Ferrari.
speed.
Like this is a Beetle.
I like the Beetle.
Yeah, the Beetle is, you can drive it.
It's a cruiser. It's
Yeah,
not like a
and-
Harley.
Yeah, and it can,
Yeah.
and it can go over bumps, and it's not going to. But a Ferrari, it's like,
That's how we were holding it as well.
Yeah.
The Harley.
Yeah.
it's out there, and it's that spatial thing. Yeah,
But just by doing it, I must say, I'm quite intrigued the way, like, it worked, okay, firstly, but also I see a similar, like a kind of a parallel between this and movement, dance. There's a parallel because people feel a bit awkward with it initially. And most people, I'm guessing, would feel awkward with it. But it's like people often are also awkward when I don't know, why don't you just go and dance? People, unless they're in their little crowd or they're doing this and that, they feel like self-conscious. And there's definitely a bit of a crossover, but, mentally, although this has got it's a different exercise, call it exercise, but there's a similarity going on. And I think even like men often,
There's a frame you can.
a man will, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to look stupid. Which comes in dance as well, into dance, should I say. But I think there's a lot of benefits in this. There's a lot of benefits, especially from an exercise perspective as well.
it's a shaping tool.
Yeah.
Brain exercise.
Brain, and just core in a big way.
So the main thing it's doing, okay, so what I've identified in this journey over this year of not mentioning and not being allowed to say that I do anything with the hoop, right? Is I had to zoom out and look at what is the things I've done, like while I was doing the hoop, and what was the integration and how did that all fit together and how do I deliver it in a way, because this is a barrier to entry.
What do you mean by barrier to entry?
So I haven't been invited to podcasts because they don't want me to talk about the hoop. I've been told that.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Why?
Okay. Zed. I have no idea. It's my favorite subject.
That was the reason we invited you.
Correct.
We're
But it
like,
took-
let's talk about hula hoops.
It took that long, and
Yeah.
it took me having to make peace
Okay.
with putting it down for it to open up.
Yeah.
So
You're
again-
letting it go.
I had to make the space.
As you let it go, so it will flow.
It will flow. And I
Yeah.
wasn't allowing that. So I was so gung-ho and rigid. That goes back to that rigidity.
Yeah.
That people were scared of me because I was so insanely intense.
I just
you
want
are
to talk about
gonna
hoops.
hoop. No, it wasn't even talk about you are going to hoop. Like you and
Have
you.
you ever hooped
and
before?
You, and you.
Come and join
We're
me.
gonna hoop.
Did you have a whistle? Just,
I've got quite a firm,
you got
strong.
the voice. Okay.
Yeah, it's that voice. It's
So
got
you were a bit forceful.
a little bit. Very enthusiastic.
Yeah. Yeah. Thou shalt hoop.
Now. Come here. Run away. But that was the thing.
Yeah.
So I had to release that in a way to say, okay, what do I offer as me in my authenticity
Yeah.
if I take the hoop out of the equation? And the most important thing is that I recognize this is an alignment tool because
Yeah.
you're using it in all four quadrants. You're using your brain. Like, we didn't do the upper body lifting the hands and all that because that was like,
Yeah, more advanced
you
stuff.
need a bit of time in
Yeah.
the circle so that you feel comfortable.
More
But
practice.
ultimately, what you want to do is you want to work top and bottom, left and right. So you want to be able to have your hoop on your waist and lift your arms up. The hoop will disconnect, okay? Because we did not connected. Our flow.
So you get to a point where you can have your arms up like this and be doing it.
Yes, and then you got to open your arms, and then you got to put one up and one forward.
Sure.
And like I used to do, pretend I was
Yeah,
swimming.
that's
Oops,
changing.
sorry.
That's frequency
You
in the
playing
brain
with your
stuff,
brain,
eh? Yeah.
big time. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're working top and bottom,
Yeah.
and left and right. Because like we did that walking in that circle, like you were saying, you dance in one circle, so now you go
Yeah.
against the
You
hoop.
start changing it up
You
again.
keep changing
Yeah.
it. Every time
Yeah.
you get into something, as soon as you get good at it, you change, you challenge yourself. Because that's where neuroplasticity lives. Neuroplasticity lives in novelty and challenge. Okay.
Yeah.
So the hoop is there for that. Because it will flick your brain like insane.
Yeah, because I mean we're talking about physical, but on an energy level, it's doing a hell of a lot as well. It's opening up your
Elevating.
energy, your
All your chakras.
your
If you look at
chakras,
how
your
you
energy
move,
centers.
If
Yeah.
you look at how you move,
Yeah.
you're releasing, and then afterwards, when you stretch, you can actually feel what was
Yeah.
released. It all comes out.
Yeah, it's also
And
it's
we
on
did
all
the
sorts of levels.
Shake it
Yeah,
out, you know,
yeah.
shake it all out because
I think it's
we hold on.
It's working on. It's holistic, actually. There's a holistic
So
feel about it.
That was what I
Yeah.
identified as I'm a holistic alignment coach. Okay, that's actually
That sounds very good as well.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's from the ground up. Because if you're not opening your feet, you're not going to manage your hooping very well. Because you're not balanced.
Yeah.
And that's where it starts, is
Mm-hmm.
in your feet.
And you're grounding with the earth. So if you're doing it outside, you're doing it on the grass, it feels great.
So you're transmuting all that yuck, cuck, and what the fuck is going out of you
Yeah.
into the ground. You're getting rid of it. You don't have to think about it. Because we get here because we think we can let it go. It's not. It can go. You can just let it go.
And you're recentering yourself. So like if someone like doesn't want to meditate, for instance, they could go and do that and they would be getting
The same
benefit out of it.
Correct. But you
You know?
can't. So that's what I had to identify. Because the other thing I do really like very intentionally is walking. Okay.
Yeah, you mentioned that the other day
Yes.
about
Walking.
your balance.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So I've been rigid with my walking, right? So that's like the other thing. Meditating, walking, like I was tick all the boxes, tick, tick, tick.
So, but in walking, as in, I'm walking the dog. What kind of walking are you talking about? Yeah?
Brisk walking.
Brisk
Brisk
walking.
walking. So I did
walking with a flip and focus. Walking.
Walking with, I did walk dogs.
Okay.
My dogs were high
But I mean, it's
energy.
not chilled walking like in the park walking.
It is in the park, but it's like I would walk people and they would be like, I'd start off with, I didn't know I was doing this, but I set the pace. So I'd start off with you and we're walking and we're talking, right? And I'm walking at your pace and I start getting faster. You so having to keep up.
Yeah, yeah.
And then this one lady, she was 87 and she was still walking her dog every day. It was insane. And she said to me, please stop.
You're killing me.
you walk so fast. And I was like, do I? And it was that I walked very fast, and I walked a lot because I had high energy dogs, so they needed a lot of exercise.
Yeah.
So, and they were walking off leash, so I'd walk briskly to keep them
Yeah.
moving, right? So then I started Tai Chi. So in my changing my dynamic, now I had to challenge myself because I can do this, right? And I'm not ready to do tricks. I haven't grown up yet. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do something that's going to challenge me because it's also top and bottom, left and right, and it's hand movements and body movements, and you've got to get the flow right.
I did a bit of touchy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was so challenged. It was so funny. But it was great because he said, right, so now you're going to do mindful walking. Because you know there's that Tai Chi thing where you've got to step out and then you rock and then you come back. Have you done Tai Chi before?
I watch a lot of it on Instagram.
Super cool.
Yeah.
I'll show you the steps afterwards. I'll show you that walking thing. It's super cool.
So they were talking about conscious walking.
Conscious walking.
Okay.
So how conscious walking works is that you change. So this is the thing, right? Is you only need to change when you do wheel alignment,
Yeah.
right? If you haven't, so we do the wheel alignment. We've all got our wheels, right? So we go on the wheel alignment machine and we do our wheel alignment and off we go. And we drive off and the next thing the car is still going skew. And you come back and you shout at the guy at the wheel alignment
you did a
place.
shit job.
You did a shit job. But what you didn't know is that there's a bearing that's worn a bit on that wheel. So that wheel alignment's not going to help.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's not going to help because the bearing's like worn, but your bearing's fine. So you got the same wheel alignment on the same car and it's perfect, right? But yours isn't in alignment. And so and this is where we're at now, where everything is like, you've got to have your water and you've got to have your meditation. This is where the rigidity, this is what I identified. Just one thing. Just change one thing, okay? Step out into the world differently. So it goes back to the toothbrush story. You've got to remember first.
You've got to be aware of it first.
Yes.
And then remember it.
And then remember it. And then accept that you're going to actually be bad at it. Okay?
And it's going to take time.
And it's going to
And
hurt
you're
your
going to
body.
forget.
And it's going to hurt your body. It's going to hurt your body because your tires are aligned, have worn according to how you've been walking.
For the last 50 years or whatever the case may be.
Correct. So your actual body alignment is going to hurt you from something you do every day a lot.
And that can put you off. It makes you want to go back.
Correct.
Yeah.
But
You're
if you
comfortable.
the comfort zone.
Yeah.
But now it's
Comfort zone.
It's stepping. It's literally how you step into the world. And it was just like.
So it's actually also very centering because you're bringing yourself back and then you're kind of bringing yourself back to the basics.
Of stepping out on your feet.
It's a big deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And changing it.
Yeah.
It's insane, hey?
Powerful.
It is insane. And in that, you're doing your breathing.
Okay.
So you become more aware of your feet on the ground.
Your feet, how you step into the world.
Foundation.
Yes.
Because you
if-
take it for granted. You say, I'm just walking and I... Because
And
you
so-
do it so naturally, I guess.
And how many people trip and fall? Like when you trip, can you catch yourself before you fall? Can you stand up straight, like instead of falling? Like that's a question. Like it's proprioception. Your body is designed to actually just right itself. But because we don't step with that balance, we fall. It's not about your muscles. It's not about how much exercise you do or don't do. Yes, those all play a part.
Yeah, they've got to
But
roll.
if you just change how you walk, you will balance better and not fall.
But you obviously have to know in which way you need to change it.
Heel toe.
Is that the way to do
That's
it?
it.
Or most people just walking on the balls of their feet or what?
Watch now. Actually pay attention.
Yeah, you must take away.
Pay attention. Like, it's fascinating. It's absolutely, I mean, I didn't know. For me, I'm still dealing with the pain. I'm still rectifying that out of alignmentness
Do
that I
you
have put in
feel
place.
your muscles changing? Really?
Hamstrings, glutes. And I've tested it on other people.
And
They find in different places.
yeah, but
because
they also report back a bit of
I'm curious to see
discomfort.
how I walk now.
Well, we
Yeah.
can test it. Like
Yeah,
you
we'll
can
do
just
test it.
check and see,
yeah.
like how you walk. And the other thing I did was I changed into barefoot shoes.
So much thinner shoes.
Thinner
Yeah.
shoes,
Feel the ground.
Yeah.
feel the ground, okay, and your
There is a difference.
The way, because you're stepping heel toe, so it goes up the back of your leg into your glute. Ain't no black sun. That's proper. And walking is a workout. So now I've then found out some more stuff about that, because there's no barrier to entry. Everybody that can walk, that's blessed with feet, that is able to walk. And do we appreciate that? Do we say thank you to our feet every day?
No, we
No.
don't. No.
Neglect them.
We don't
We
even
take
give
that
them,
shit for granted.
Yeah.
we don't give them any love.
Yeah.
Okay, foot love is a real thing. You got to you got to hold your feet. You got to open your toes.
They're sacred flipping parts of your body.
If you don't have enough space in between your toes, your fascia, which is your interconnecting tissue, is blocked there. You're going to find other body parts that aren't working because the flow is stopped here in your feet.
Sure.
So like literally giving your feet some attention.
Yeah, yeah.
Your mother is waiting for her car and she's at the gate.
Okay. I'm in
Okay.
trouble.
Uh-oh.
Do you want to pause it, Russ?